everyone, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, I'm actually going to be doing another book review, and the book I'm going to be reviewing is Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. I think that's how you say it. I really enjoyed this book. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. So I've been seeing a lot about this book on BookTube. A couple other booktubers have put it on their TBR, or their most anticipated fall release videos, and it sounded really interesting. And then when I was at Barnes & Noble a couple weeks ago, I was browsing through Barnes & Noble, and of course I saw this. I was planning at the time on getting a different book, which I still got later on. But anyway, I was planning on getting something else. But then I was like, I kind of want to read this one right now because it looks interesting and the cover is gorgeous, pretty, and I was just like, So I was kind of debating between, at the time I was debating which one to get first, this one or And the Trees Crept In, because I've heard such good things about that one as well. So it's like, well, which one do I get? Which one do I get? And then I read the back, the little blurb on the back of here, and I was like, okay, I have to get this one. So I need to know what's going to happen and what's going on. So I'm going to read you the blurb on the back because that is really what got me to pick up this book immediately. And I began reading it right there, same day. So it's like, this sounds so good. And so the back cover, it says, "He murdered women in cold blood. He terrorized an entire city. He taunted those of us who hunted him down. But despite all these horrors, in the end, I could not deny it. I was the girl who loved the Ripper." So, I read that, I was like, what? Okay, I have got to read this, because she falls in love with the Ripper. That's okay. Kind of an interesting take on the whole Jack the Ripper stories. So I really wanted to read it and find out more about it. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. I love the atmosphere in here. You know, there were times where it was really creepy and spooky. I won't say scary, because I wasn't really scared throughout the book, but there were parts that were kind of creepy that, I don't know, I can't explain it, but I liked it. And also there were times where, because the main character in here, Audrey, she is an apprentice at her uncle's laboratory, where they do autopsies on dead bodies, obviously. And so they get the body of one of the victims from Jack the Ripper, and so that is kind of what starts her off into investigating these cases and these murders, being involved with, looking at the autopsy for the bodies and figuring out what he did with them, and trying to investigate and find out who is this guy. And so, yeah, I really liked the whole atmosphere of, kind of the laboratory setting and the forensics behind it and stuff. And at times, it feels like, you're a student in a forensics class, especially in the beginning, when it opens up and Audrey is performing an autopsy on this cadaver, and it kind of goes into details, and I'm like, this feels like a forensic class that I'm taking. So that was pretty cool. I like that. One other thing I really liked about this book was it had some really cool pictures in here that just added to like the creepiness of this book. So like you can see the picture there for cemetery, and there's just some really cool pictures in here that just adds to the creepiness. And I posted some of these pictures on Instagram when I did my quote of the week. I have some of these pictures. So that's like from chapter 1, and you can see her cutting into this cadaver. That's what it talks about. So I just loved this book. Like I said, there were creepy moments. Not really scary, but there were some kind of creepy moments. And I just loved how it was set up, and all the pictures in here just really added to the atmosphere of the book. Here's another creepy picture. Severed hand. Yeah. I will say that this was the ending when we find out who Jack is. That part is kind of predictable. It did kind of throw me off in the beginning, because in the beginning I was, just from the blurb on the back, I was expecting someone else, and so it kind of threw me off. But, you know, as you get more into the book, you can kind of realize and figure out, okay, I know who the Ripper is. I got it. So that part is predictable, and even the whole motive behind the murders that they give us, I pretty much saw that coming too. But I still really enjoyed it, like I said, for the atmosphere of the book, the creepiness that's in it, and just also just the way it's written. I love how it was written, and there's so many good quotes in here. I've already used 2 quotes from in here for my quote of the week for the past 2 weeks, and there's so many more really good quotes in here. So I just love how it was written. And yeah, that's pretty much all I can say without really getting into any spoilers. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And yeah, let me know if you guys have read this. Let me know some of your thoughts, and if you figured out who was the Ripper before it was revealed and why. And let me know what you thought of this. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye.